Listener discretion is advised. Hi everyone, welcome back to the I Should Totally Be Dead Right Now podcast, where we tell true stories of survivors of true crime, natural disasters, and everything else in between. So today we have a guest, and our guest is my good friend Mondo.
Mondo.
Hey,
Hello.
Mondo.
Hello, Mondo.
So, we still, Michelle's always here. Hello,
Yeah.
Michelle.
Fucking the
She's
old
always
rat
here.
that like
She's
got
always
pulled in
here.
from outside.
No.
We can't fucking get rid of that bitch. I see. So how do you guys know each other?
So we met through my boyfriend Nicholas. They worked together at Paddington's Pizza. So that was years ago.
Okay.
It's embarrassing to say.
It's not. I used to hang out at Round Table Pizza because my friend Michelle, oh my god, I can't even talk, worked there and we got free pizza. Did you give away free pizza?
No.
when you
No,
were there?
fuck no.
They got no free pizza.
We had to pay for everything we had.
Yeah.
Okay, did you at least like make yourself a nice pizza as opposed to, you know, the normal, like, we're supposed to add 2 ounces of olives and you
Well, I mean,
added 4
yeah,
ounces? You know
But
what I'm
even
saying?
still, even if we did add those 2 ounces, we'd have to pay for it.
What the fuck, are you for serious?
We had
Yeah.
the only thing we got free was like the drink, and that was it. We had to pay for the pizza.
You
Well,
should at least get,
they
like-
changed the management, but before that, if Nick cleaned the bathroom, they would give him a free pizza. So
What?
like, bring him a pizza!
He's like, Nick got fucking free pizza this
Yeah.
whole
Yeah.
time?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Nick, is that right?
He said that's right.
Oh yeah, so yeah, if he cleaned the bathroom, he'd get free pizza. So he'd
That's-
bring home pizza. So, okay.
I guess you should have cleaned
Well,
the
that's
bathroom
probably
a little
that's
bit
what
more
it's
there,
like.
Mondo.
I ain't
Yeah.
cleaning no bathroom for that fucking place.
Yeah, he
Like,
did all the
fuck
jobs
all
that no one
y'all.
wanted to, like cleaning, I don't know, like the grease trap or something like that. I don't know, the dishwasher thing.
You know,
I don't know.
back in the early days
Uh-huh.
of working at my job, we had to clean the bathroom.
What job did you have?
Well, that was a book bite.
Oh, you
I had to clean the bathrooms.
Okay, so Mondo picked screwdrivers. Oh no, shark bites?
No,
Screwdrivers.
But we,
Screwdrivers, okay.
Yeah.
but we decided that my dad taught me a long time ago that if you had grenadine to a shark bite,
Uh-huh.
or no, oh my god, grenadine to a screwdriver,
Uh-huh.
it becomes a shark bite.
Okay. So
So-
it's a screwdriver / shark bite.
So,
It's old school, which I like. It's simple.
It's
Vodka
super old
and
school.
orange juice, and that's all you need.
no, I remember drinking, well, not me drinking, my family drinking, like in the gold leaf glasses. I don't know if you remember, they had like the gold all around them. Fucking all the time with screwdrivers. And then my sister and I would always make our own screwdrivers where we would put orange juice, 7-Up, and then olives.
Ew.
in it. Yeah. No, it
Like
was
green
so...
olives?
Yeah, it was so we could,
Ew.
because my parents and grandparents, when we got to the house, were always making martinis and screwdrivers. So we would make our own. That's probably how I became an alcoholic at an early age.
I have a story about screwdrivers.
Ooh,
tell,
delightful.
Mondo.
So when I was living in Jefferson, which is about 30 minutes south of here, I was in football. My parents made.
Were you going to like Cascade or something?
No.
Oh, you're like, no.
Just Jefferson. Just Jefferson.
Just quit fucking talking.
So my parents made. So I'm like young. I'm like super young. Middle school.
Middle
maybe
school.
early,
So we're talking about like
maybe,
12, maybe 11.
Maybe yeah. So maybe
Okay.
like elementary. So my parents made a big screwdriver in a pitcher. And I have football practice the same day, and I'm thirsty.
Oh no!
Oh, I feel like I know where this is
So
headed.
you know, I just see this orange juice looking
You're
drink,
like, that looks delicious.
and I'm drinking it, and
thirst quenching.
I'm drinking it, and I tell my dad that I'm sick about 2 hours into it,
Oh my
and I go to
God.
and I'm
Drunk as
at
fuck.
football practice, and
He's just puking.
Yeah.
I wasn't puking.
No?
That's how I'm still good nowadays. You know, I can handle my shit. But that prepared me. So I'm drunk at football practice in elementary school.
That feels right.
And I think I told my coach that I need to go home, call my parents. And then I told my dad that I drank out of the big pitcher of orange juice. And he didn't say anything for a second.
He's like, it's
And then he
probably
put it all
fine.
together.
He's like, oh yeah, he's drunk.
Oh,
And
yeah.
the thing is,
Drunk as
I'll
fuck.
never forget that because I got drunk in elementary school going
Yeah.
to football practice.
Middle school.
Well, that used to.
Elementary school?
It was elementary
school.
school.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah. So,
Oh my
that was a fun time.
That feels right.
Yeah.
That feels right. No, that used to happen because my parents would always...
Used to happen? Just...
Yeah. No, well, I kind of get it because...
Uh-huh.
Like, they drink vodka over ice when I was younger.
Uh-huh.
And so in the morning, I'd be like, oh my God, I'm so thirsty. Here's this, like, random glass of water. And I'd just, like, and drink it down.
Wow.
And then realize that's not fucking water. Yeah. That's just I drink straight vodka.
So, yeah, I guess I had the same thing. Like, I learned from my parents because my mom would have a Diet Coke. And I'd always take a drink of her Diet Coke. But sometimes she'd be like, that's an adult Diet Coke. I'm like, oh, okay. But I learned because that one time I just chugged it. I'm like, Mom, share. And I just drank it. She's like, it's whiskey and Diet Coke. And I'm like, ugh.
Were you not like this? Weren't you?
Yeah, does it taste weird?
I think because when you're so young, essentially your tolerance isn't that high.
Maybe, but it tastes so weird. I guess like you're young, you're like it's supposed to be orange juice, so it is orange juice.
So they probably made it super light, but considering how young I was, the effects of it, being so young and my body's still growing and stuff, that it did
alcohol on the body. That feels right.
Well, I'm glad that we could revisit your childhood.
It was great. It was a great time.
Childhood trauma.
It was a great time.
You're like, that's right, sons of bitches. I was drunk in
elementary school.
6th grade.
All right, should we jump into it? So,
yes.
Mondo and I have
similar stories.
So, we have kind of a theme going on. So, I'll just jump into... You want me to go first, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'll go first. And then we'll go into Mondo. And
Can
then
you tell your story really fast? Because I am, in fact, looking forward to Mondo's story. No offense.
Wow,
I
know.
Straight to your face.
Wow. Yeah.
Straight to your face.
And we're sitting pretty close because of the microphone, but okay.
I know, I'm looking into your eyes as I say these mean things.
All right. Well, my story is about Annette Herfkens.
Herfkens.
I just hear a child crying outside.
No, it's fine. No baby's
Okay, so
crying.
this is Annette Herfkens. So that's my mom's name is Annette. Hey, Mom. Annette is 31 years old, okay?
All right.
And it is November 14th, 1992.
Wow.
I was not 31 in 1992.
I wasn't born yet.
Say fucking what?
I was born in 93.
I was born. I was alive.
Y'all old.
I want to murder both of you.
But I was alive.
I graduated high school in 1995, you son of a bitch.
You old.
You were too.
You old.
That hurt my feelings.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
That's her catchphrase.
What, that hurt my feelings? Well, it did. Okay.
She is in finance. She's a finance worker. And she's engaged to Willem van der Pas.
William Vanderpass.
Yes.
That's very dramatic.
So they were going on a romantic 5-day trip to Vietnam, southern coast.
What?
To the Vietnam southern coast.
Well, I guess if you're going on a random 5-day trip to the Vietnam southern coast, where you go.
So they were flying from Ho Chi Minh City to Vietnam.
Are they... I guess I just assumed that they were Americans. Are they not Americans?
No, they're not American. No. I believe she's Dutch. But don't quote me on that. I'll have to look it up again. But so, they had not seen each other for 3 months because he got relocated for his job.
Okay,
so they were separated.
He's already probably working in China.
He's working in Vietnam, and he was meeting her in Ho Chi Minh City.
Okay. And
then he had this trip surprise for her. So it was a surprise trip for them. So the flight was Vietnam Flight 474, and the flight was supposed to be...
Are you looking it up?
About an hour.
I was like, that's cool. I look up everything.
No. So after 50 minutes, so they're only 10 minutes away, the plane cruises over the Vietnam jungle.
Okay.
So then all of a sudden, turbulence hit and it dropped, which made everyone seem a little nervous, but it seemed like it got under control again.
I always look around whenever I see whenever I experience turbulence, I should say.
Yeah.
I always look around at the flight attendants, and if they're like
freaking out,
kind of stressing out, it's like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and
strap in.
Yeah, go ahead and tighten that seatbelt, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. But
for the most part, they're all chill and still pouring wine, so
yes,
I'm okay.
That's important. Yeah. So Annette said there was a sound of accelerating motors after the drop happened. Like there was a loud noise of them trying to work. Yeah.
Okay.
Then again, a big drop,
Ugh.
And then everyone started screaming.
What?
Yeah, everyone started screaming after that. They looked, Annette and Willem looked at each other and they grabbed each other's hands.
And we're like, this is fucking the end.
And everything went black.
What?
What?
Yes.
Did they lose air pressure?
So the plane hit some trees on a ridge and lost one of the wings.
What?
And then they struck a mountain, which flipped the plane upside down.
Wow.
Okay. Okay. Hang on.
Okay.
So we're cruising down like, woo, this is me with
Cruising.
my hand
Yeah, okay.
cruising. This is probably, it's more like this.
Yes.
Drop.
Yep.
We're still going to continue to cruise.
Drop
again.
Hit some trees.
Now I've lost consciousness.
No, they hit trees and lost a wing.
Yeah, but they're blacked out, right?
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
Yeah, but was it during daytime?
Yes.
How was it all black? There had to
They
be some
went
like.
black.
No,
I
think they lost consciousness. I'm
them.
wondering
Yeah,
if
yeah,
air
yeah.
pressure or
Okay.
some situation.
Yeah. Okay.
So Annette was not wearing her seatbelt.
Annette.
So
Fucking Annette.
Can Caitlin's mom just listen to me for two seconds? Always wear your seatbelt. I feel like
actually,
I always wear my seatbelt for the whole flight.
well, actually, this might have saved her life.
Oh, that's just fucking great.
I know
Caitlin.
it's so bad, but okay. So listen. So she was tossed around the cabin, like as they got hit. She was just tumbling.
Just ragdoll.
Yeah, she
Oh,
was.
jeez.
Just like that.
That's me tumbling.
So in that plane, everyone else got mostly injured by the seatbelt, which made their ribs go into their lungs.
That's a hard barf.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, they had seatbelts, and then with the impact, it just like pushed everything up.
Oh,
which is
not what you want at all.
No. So Annette wakes up. And she wakes up to an eerie jungle sound. She described it as a noisy silence, which is interesting.
Oh, I can kind of see that. Like you're out in the
jungle.
Like there's not any airplane noises or anything, but it's all like the
jungle
cicadas
noises, yeah.
and monkeys calling out. I don't know what the fuck else would. Probably cicadas are not even in the jungle, but whatever.
You know, it's Vietnam. We don't know.
You get the feeling. So. You know what the fuck I'm talking about.
So
Mondo's fucking.
Do I know? Do I really know?
Do you know?
Like, you know what, girl? I don't know, and you're the fucking worst.
So, she felt something heavy on her.
Are they upside down at this point?
Well, the plane crashed, so I don't know how the plane. So they were upside down, so I'm guessing the plane crashed. Like, however, a plane.
Maybe it's just
crash.
Tumbling down the mountain.
I'm not sure.
Who can even say?
But she felt something heavy on her. And she woke up, and it was a chair with a dead body on it.
Oh, shit.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my god, this is
I was
lost all over again.
I thought you were going to say there's a fucking gorilla sitting on her chest. Like, Jesus.
No, there were 24 passengers and 6 crew members on that plane. She managed to get out from under the chair and the person, and she was looking for Willem. Unfortunately, he was dead. She
What?
Yeah.
Caitlin!
I'm sorry.
I've had enough of your stories where the significant other dies.
Sorry. She states he had a beautiful smile on his face, but was really white.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's such a... Oh.
Yeah.
I wonder what he was thinking about.
Her, probably, because they were holding hands.
I was like, probably not her.
Oh my god. So...
Oh, I hope he was.
I hope so, yeah. I mean, I would like to die with a smile on my face, honestly. That's the way to go.
Not in a plane crash.
Well, no.
Yeah, not a plane crash.
Not a plane crash. So she looked around. I could not believe what was happening. She was just in awe of, like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I bet. It's hard to kind of really grasp what's happening.
So some others actually survived the crash, and she could hear their moans as she tried to get out of the broken plane. Thank you. So... she found a man who survived, and she was talking to him, and he was a Vietnam businessman.
Okay.
Vietnamese businessman, sorry.
Vietnam.
Vietnam.
Well, it was like a Vietnam vet?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
That seems
Vietnamese
okay.
businessman, sorry.
Going to
No
his
disrespect.
wife.
Sorry. So,
Aww.
after they were chatting, he shortly passed away.
What?
No.
God.
And Annette suddenly did not hear any other moans. So she was the only one alive.
What?
Yeah. So she is completely alone in the jungle with 12 fractures in her hip, 2 in her leg, and a broken jaw, which she could see the bone through her chin, and a collapsed lung.
Oh, dear. That's not good.
So, rescue workers began to search for the plane since it didn't get to its location. And a search helicopter actually crashed while looking for the plane, and 8 people died.
Oh my god.
Holy crap, Caitlin.
I know. So, the days started to pass, and Annette used yoga breathing techniques to cope with her collapsed lung.
That ain't gonna do shit.
It worked, Mondo.
She needs an inhaler and a fucking nebulizer going on.
Yeah. She needs a little thing called an ambulance in a hospital.
She actually made bowls from the insulation padding from the plane's wing to catch water as it was raining. And she drank that. She stayed in the same area around the plane, so if someone, was searching for the plane, she was there and alive.
I wonder if there was some sort of beacon that was like beeping, the whole time.
Like the black box that they have?
Yeah, it's like, come here,
Maybe.
this is where we are.
I don't know, but why would the helicopter crash? That's crazy.
Well, because, I don't know. Maybe the pilot was not... I'm sure the pilot was great.
That's a fair assessment. That's a fair assessment.
Jungle.
So, her...
gonna end up into a whole fucking... You know what? Sorry. Go ahead.
Okay.
God damn it.
Her kidneys started to fail, and gangrene was starting to set in by day 6.
Wow.
And she believed she was...
Day 6.
Yeah, she believed she was going to die.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
I would probably believe that also.
So she tried to meditate on the jungle and not think about Willem, knowing, crying.
Was dead.
Yeah. And if she cried, she believed she would make her weak and come into her injuries and
You
die.
can't let that emotion out.
Nope.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So she gave herself a deadline.
That would not be my reaction, FYI.
I know,
Cried a lot.
You would wake up crying.
I freaking woke up crying from a dream I had last night.
Oh, God.
So we know Michelle would die.
Oh, it was so sad. I was walking in the rain, being rejected by my friend. It was so
Oh my gosh. Oh.
It really was pathetic.
Anyway, I'm sorry, Michelle. So she gave herself a deadline for staying in the same spot. If no one came within a few more days, she would search for food.
Okay.
So she's just drinking water.
She's just surviving on water at this point.
Mm-hmm. Day 8.
Dang.
A local police officer actually found her.
So he's just trudging through
And he
the
died.
jungle.
And
No,
he
he's
died.
like-
Yeah,
and he
no
died.
shit. That's
Yeah,
how
and he died.
This story
He's
is
dead.
going.
Sorry. No, he
The
called
guy
it
probably
in.
is dead.
No, he called it in.
And they died.
Yeah,
No.
and then he got bit by a black mamba or something and then died.
He actually was afraid of her because he's never seen a white woman before.
That would be fucking me. Be like, I'm not gonna help this devil woman.
He thought she was a ghost because she was so white.
Wow.
So, okay.
Fucking story of my life.
So a rescue team showed up. And showed her the passenger list. Mondo, what?
He's done forever.
Dude, white people, they're magical looking. They're like, wow.
Oh
I
my
know.
god.
Have they seen the sun?
Have they seen the sun?
You. No.
I have not seen the sun.
I'm
So
just kidding, mostly.
the rescue team showed up and showed her the passenger list and had her point out her name because she couldn't talk because her jaw's broken.
Oh, that's right. She's got
Right.
a bone sticking out.
So
I
she
wish
pointed
I
out her
had said
name so
that.
they could say who she was. She was taken to a hospital in Singapore, and she began to recover from her physical injuries, but the psychological ones were harder to come over, of course.
Well, I mean, she's been in the jungle for what?
8
9
days.
days.
8
Yeah,
days.
8 days. That's a
Mhm.
lot of days.
Yeah.
For just drinking water and having a jawbone sticking out of
Exactly.
your face.
And a collapsed lung and fractures.
Oh,
and
that's right. And her meditative breathing. God damn it, Annette. Good job.
So Willem and her were together for 13 years, and she
Oh.
felt like a widow at that point.
I would also.
His funeral was on December 10th, 1992 in Holland.
Holland. Okay, so
Yeah.
they were Dutch.
Yeah.
Nailed it. Good
Yeah.
job, Caitlin.
So she went on and went back to work in finance after she recovered in the hospital.
Ah, finance.
Ah.
Indeed.
She did remarry. Oh, well, not remarry. She did marry.
Mm-hmm.
And had 2 children. In 2006, she revisited the crash site where she made her peace with Willem. She left a small seal ornament, like the animal, a seal, because that was her nickname for him. And a seal, like a little seal, I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
She didn't find closure, but an opening to her own future, she felt, was there. Yeah. In 2016, she wrote a book called Turbulence, a true story of survival. So you can find that on Amazon, and she also has a website of her own called Annette.
Turbulence?
No. Fuck off, Mondo.
Fuck you, Mondo.
Oh, that's turbulence.
No.
Fuck you right in your face.
No. Annette Herfkens.com, which is HERFKENS. Mondo.
Sorry.
Again, it is Annette, HERFKENS.com, and you can find a website about her. And unfortunately, she
is dead.
Is she
no,
dead? Is
no,
she dead?
She got divorced.
Fucking the Chernobyl story all over again.
She's divorced, but lives in New York with her family.
New York?
Yes.
Is she in New York now?
Not Holland.
I mean, so the reason of the plane crash has never been determined. Like, why it crashed, they don't know. So, unfortunately, maybe the black box wasn't found then.
Or they just couldn't figure anything out.
Or they couldn't figure it out.
Did you know, and actually I got this information from Amber like forever ago, the majority of times that when they listen to the black box recordings, the pilots almost always call out for their mother.
What?
Call out for their mother before the end.
Really? That's sad.
Isn't that?
Like, Mom.
That's who they think of at the very end,
that's
is their
sad.
mothers.
Oh my
Only
gosh.
men pilots. I know words. It's fine.
I can't say turbulence, which I just did. Fine.
You fucking nailed it.
But under
oh
pressure.
my god, this takes me back to science
gosh.
class. Yeah, you're right. You're getting a fucking story about me, Caitlin. No, I couldn't say. So the answer was specific temperature. Like, I don't know what the fuck the question was, but the answer was specific temperature. Okay. And I got called on for that one in fucking your sophomore year in high school. Okay. So you're already super vulnerable and super wanting to kill yourself. So I couldn't say specific at the time.
Okay.
And so I like ran over it really fast. I was like, Pacific temperature. And
Pacific.
he's like, what'd you say? And I was like, Pacific temperature. He's like, I don't think you're saying specific right there, Michelle. And he was like, spa.
Oh gosh.
Spa.
The fuck you say?
Like in front of the whole class.
Like you just did to me with turbulence?
Yeah. And so it was probably just as hurtful. No, it was awful. I was humiliated. I'm going to eat that. But that was popcorn that fell.
So, yeah, so she is
Good
alive
job,
and well, and she's still in finance, and she does
I don't know if I
emotional
would go back to the site of the crash.
Why not?
I don't know. It seems like it's in the jungle, and it's a whole thing.
I don't know. If something really traumatic happened, and you overcame it, and that's where the love of your life passed away, I think I would revisit it and just be like, this is what happened. I'm ready to move on, and such. I guess every person's different, though.
Yeah, I guess so.
Because Michelle's like, no.
I'm sorry.
Never
I've
traveling
already
again.
decided that if something happens to Joel, I'm never getting married again. Like, I'm fucking done with marriage forever.
That's some people.
Wow.
It took me to 40 to get married. 39, technically.
I like everyone's silent.
Damn, girl. That fucking didn't give anyone hope.
There's love for everyone at certain times.
No, there's not.
All right.
Okay, let's
hear
it.
your story,
Let's
my
hear it.
nose.
Okay, so this amateur rugby fucking team.
Okay.
From Uruguay.
Okay. I was going to ask what country. I should have guessed Uruguay. Mm-hmm. I was going to say the UK or something, but...
I mean, close enough.
Close enough.
You know, I don't know my geography.
I do know Uruguay is in South America.
They're all the same.
And England is
Amber's husband.
in Europe. Yeah, he's Uruguayan.
Yeah.
He's hella Uruguayan.
Is that a thing? Uruguayan? Is that
Uruguayan?
Well,
yes.
I do know Uruguayan and Argentinians do not get along.
No, they
like,
don't.
there's a lot of
tension,
unrest.
So they were going against the English rugby team in Chile. Though. So
in Chile.
Yeah.
You know, back in the day, I was like, I'm gonna hella teach English, and move to Chile.
Oh, really?
I fully expected to move to Chile when I was
that's
like,
interesting.
Wow.
10?
No, like 23.
Oh.
Me and my friend Rosa, we were gonna move to South America.
That didn't
We
happen.
didn't. No, it sure didn't. I've never been to South America in my life.
Okay. Continue.
Yes,
Sorry.
they're from Montevideo, Uruguay, I guess.
Okay.
But it's known as the, Uruguayan Air Force Flight 571.
Okay.
So,
that feels serious.
Right. So there was 45 people on board. There was 45 people on board, but only 28 survived.
Survived what? A crash?
A plane crash that I feel like is coming.
Yes, and you would be correct.
So, okay, 45 people were on board.
Right, but there was
flying.
it was mostly family members and like friends of the 19 players on board. So it was like a whole like community, flight, and then they crash.
Oh, geez.
One word, cannibalism.
I know this story. They made a movie out of it. Did
they really?
Not?
I think they did, actually.
Yeah.
They totally
No,
did.
I read this book when I was in like 7th grade because it scared the shit out of me because they ate somebody's butt.
I believe it.
Ate someone's what?
Butt. Like, that was the first part that
Butt.
they ate.
Why? Because it's fatty?
Yeah, it's fatty and most likely delicious. I would 100%
With the
roast
butt?
you up. Are you kidding me? You're hella tender. Like, roast
guess
you
so.
over a spit? Come on, girl. You're going to be tasty.
All right.
Sorry. He's like, I'm going to go ahead and leave because this is not appropriate.
It did last 10 days.
Oh, that's
So
nice.
10 days of pretty much cannibalism.
Okay,
And-
so
But these guys were worried about the ethics behind it.
behind
Because,
the
they're
cannibalism,
fucking stranded.
Where are they stranded? Do you know?
it's
in the
South
Andes.
Am-
They're stranded in the
so
Andes.
it's cold, it's freezing.
Yes.
Okay, so they're flying along.
Right.
I'm
shit.
with my friends and my family, and now we have
Crash.
You're crashing the
crashed into
Andes.
the side of a mountain.
Right.
Is that what
So
happened?
it's
Right.
cold, it's freezing. Some people are dead already, so
Yeah, they're
if
at
we're
the
gonna
top
survive,
of the mountain.
yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Pilot error.
Is
Oh,
it?
it was a pilot error.
Oh no.
Right. Mm-hmm.
This takes me back to a Michael Crichton book I read called Airplane, and that was all about pilot error.
Was it
And-
fiction?
Well, yes,
Okay.
it was fiction, Caitlin. Well, there's a book called About What You're Talking About. There's a movie about what you're talking about, but there's also a book about what I'm talking about, which is wildly fictional and not super relevant, other than it happens on a plane.
Wow. Okay, continue, Mono.
Well, there's a lot of plane stories. Like, we crashed. It's like Lost. Like, oh yeah, but they make a whole fucking series about it.
Don't even start with Lost.
Don't even start with Lost.
Uh,
A lot of my life was invested in Lost, and I don't even.
Me too.
yeah, but unlike Lost,
Uh-huh.
these guys were worried about, these people are dead. My friends are dead. Some of my family members are dead.
That's true.
But I'm starving and I need to eat.
That would be hard for me to come about. Like, if Nick died, and I'm like, I'm either gonna die or eat my boyfriend, I might eat him. I think you want me
Is
to.
there animals
no.
in the Andes though? Aren't there? There's got to be like jackrabbits and shit.
I don't know.
No, it's all snowy. It's completely
Oh.
barren up there because it's all frozen over, snowy. There's nothing up there. I don't even think there's hardly firewood
maybe
up there.
cannibalism is, I mean, if you're hopeful, yes, you might, I need to survive for so many days. I'm going to eat my friends and family.
All I know is that Nick gave me the okay to eat him if we were stranded and he died.
Did you shake on it?
Aw.
Oh shit! I
You
don't
didn't
think
shake
did.
on it?
Oh, you better go downstairs.
You
Shake on
probably
that
should.
shit.
Shake on it right now.
Because we're spitfiring him
I know.
over a roast right now.
Shoot, I will tonight.
Do it.
Continue. Oh
Yeah.
no,
No, yeah.
Nicholas, can I still eat you if we're abandoned somewhere? Okay.
Oh, he's so nice.
I know. See you.
However, let's see. Clouds. They crashed because of clouds.
Oh.
I think technology in the 70s, though,
Uh-huh.
compared to what we have now and the pilots we have now.
Was it in the 70s?
Yeah, it was like 72, 73.
Alive. The 1993
Yeah,
film.
Alive,
That's
right.
what it is. I was trying to think of the movie
Right.
that they made.
Yeah.
Yep. Controlled
So
flight
is it-
into terrain due to pilot error. 72-day survival. I'm sorry.
can I say besides?
You can tell all kinds of things.
Yeah.
So give us some details about the flight, and it crashed into the Andes.
It crashed into Andes because of cloud cover, I believe.
So they just didn't.
And they were just going to Chile for a fucking rugby game. It wasn't like
Anything.
I'm gonna meet the president of Chile or like something
That
substantial. It was just
sucks.
this amateur rugby league. Turns out to be a whole catastrophe with so many survivors, but with the dead being eaten and questioning the ethics behind eating them.
But they were dead, right?
True, but
I would eat you guys,
right, like
without hesitation.
Right, like in a survival situation though, like
Yeah.
you kind of have to.
Yeah.
Like
I do think so. I mean, if it's a matter of you living or you eating your BFF who's already died and is now being preserved in the snow.
Right.
What's the point?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Right,
yeah,
you can't-
I'll probably use your bones as a torch later,
Right,
Indiana Jones style. And yeah, that's how my situation's going. Don't ever take a plane ride with me
No.
to Uruguay because
See, I wouldn't go to Uruguay in the first place.
I'll be like, well, you know who I'm munching on? Mondo.
Yes. I'm mostly just fat, but that's okay.
Oh, that's the best part, though. You know what I do?
What?
What
This
do
is
you do?
100% true story.
Okay.
When I pick out the bacon,
Uh-huh.
I always pick out the bacon with the most fat on it.
Really?
Yeah,
That's what the flavor is.
that's
That's what
right.
the flavor is.
Yeah, you feeling uncomfortable?
Yeah,
right
why
now?
The funny thing is, you're looking
I'm-
at me funny, and I'm
With
like,
some
okay,
hunger
well.
in my eyes, imagining
Is
your
it sweaty?
just your body over the spit as I turn it around with.
Oh God, why are you getting so descript?
I'm gonna probably baste you with some coconut milk or something. Delicious.
Make a curry or some shit.
Yes.
Ugh.
Now we're fucking talking.
Oh my god. Okay, continue on.
You want to know who's getting kicked off of this podcast? In
Michelle.
about an hour.
No.
It's me.
No.
It's not
No.
Mondo. It's me.
Continue on.
Okay, so the Chilean. So apparently the Chilean rescue team was alerted within an
Oh.
hour.
Oh wow.
How do you if it's just snow in the Andes and probably no reception to whatever they had back in the 70s?
Uh-huh.
How do they know in an hour?
They
The
must
black
have had,
box,
that dang black box must have had some
Yeah.
sort of. Okay,
Signal.
Here we go. This is the Andes. They run all along South America on the Chilean
Oh, okay.
side.
Okay.
So they're kind of responsible for all that. They had 4 planes. I guess the news was, they had all the news broadcasts, radio transmissions going on.
How are the Andes in Argentina? Argentina's on the other side. Oh, it's on the top end of Argentina. I'm sorry. I'm looking at the map. I'm learning new things.
Okay.
It's very exciting.
All right.
But the remaining survivors found a radio in the
Oh.
seat. So I guess that's how they...
They
You know,
called for
right.
help.
But still, the reception in the fucking Andes, if I take my phone, which has Verizon, ain't gonna fucking find service in there. But that bitch.
Maybe, like, on the top of the mountain, they had extra good
Do you think they,
service?
like... I mean, I'm sure they're like, okay, we need to get to higher ground to, like...
We'll just
get a better
tromp
signal.
10 mile or 10 feet that way, and here we are at higher ground
But
at the
that-
pinnacle.
Because you know how we raise our phones to get better signal?
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you think that concept would have been a thing in the 70s? Or like, let's get higher elevation?
I think
Maybe, I don't
probably
know.
radio signal. I mean, you probably need a
clear wave?
A
I don't know.
clear way. Thank you, Caitlin. I
Right.
could not think of the word at all.
So, yeah, even with little food...
So how
Little-
did they end up? Okay, obviously they survived on eating each other.
Right.
You know, it's
Because
like
they have little food.
Right.
I'm hella bummed, but I'm gonna go ahead and roast up my buddy anyway. Sorry, Bill, you're done
Sorry,
for.
Bill.
So how did they come to be rescued?
I think the planes actually found them.
Oh, so they were discovered by
Right.
other planes going over the top
Right, because there were 4 planes dispatched.
to go.
Oh.
I think the
Oh.
first few hours the 4 planes were dispatched.
When they didn't reach their destination.
Right, but this is in a 10-day span.
Okay.
So
Could you
they were
imagine?
out there
No.
for, a while.
No, they were, according to my Wikipedia page, they were out there for 72 days.
Right.
Could that be right? 72?
If they eat people, I mean, that's a lot of fat. There's a lot of protein.
Right.
That's a long time.
That is a long time.
That is over, well, no, it's just about 3 months. Under 3 months. 2.5 months.
Mm-hmm. It's still a long time to be in frozen conditions.
Yeah, considering I can't even handle
Right.
hardly a month going by right now in real life.
Yeah,
let
that's true.
alone,
Yeah.
being stuck on the side of a mountain.
Can imagine.
Debating the
Right.
ethical conundrum of eating my pal, Mondo.
Yeah, yeah, when you're eating me.
Yeah, you want to know how much ethical conundrum I'd have? 0.
That's, what funny you mentioned that, because like I said, these guys are like, I don't think I should be eating my friend, but because of God or whatever, and but when you're in a survival situation, you cannot, like...
I'm telling you, Caitlin wouldn't even be dead yet, and I would be roasting her over the spit in that situation.
I'm still alive. Like, shut up.
You're
Bitch.
like screaming in fucking pain, and she's like, "Ooh, you look good tonight."
Yeah, I'm gonna baste you with some barbecue sauce.
Right.
Sweet baby Ray's.
Right.
I like Sweet Baby Ray's.
Yeah, Sweet Baby Ray's and someone brings.
That's like
look
my
at my,
favorite.
fucking Baby Ray's. He pulls out his like sack, like, "Hey, I got Baby Ray's," and like,
I would
no.
high five that dude hardcore. I was like, that's someone thinking ahead.
So they must have split up because they found them in like groups.
Oh, so they probably took off in
Right.
different areas.
I assume
That's interesting.
I assume like someone's like, "I'm the leader right now because we're dying," but someone
Yeah.
and people were
always
like, "I don't
steps
want
up.
that,"
Yeah.
They probably split into groups and.
I've seen Lost. Yeah, they split up, did they not? Yeah.
I would assume
did.
I would assume they would.
They did.
Right.
Actually, I've only seen like the first 3 seasons.
Oh,
of
shut up,
Lost.
Michelle.
I haven't.
So, how many people survived this crash? So there was how many people? There's 19 rugby people.
19
There's
rugby people.
45 people on
45.
board.
Okay.
Right. Yeah, 45 on board.
Okay.
And
And then 28 survived the initial crash.
Okay.
And then 16 people were rescued.
Wow.
So what? I can't do
That's
math.
12.
That's 12 people. Yeah.
I know
So-
some math, a little bit.
Right.
So they survived the crash, but they died because of injuries or because of the
Well,
weather,
Starvation
Or
or
starvation.
something.
They're living on the side of a frozen mountain.
Right.
And there's very little
That's
around.
crazy. So 16 out of 45. That is crazy.
Right.
Well, and the sad part is it was mostly friends and family, and
That's awful. I couldn't imagine.
the guy you're eating is...
Could you eat your mom?
Oh, that's a hard one.
Right? See? That's
Like,
the ethical
could
like
I
thing.
the
eat it?
psychological process
Yeah.
of you eating your like.
Oh, dear. I know, yes. I could eat you in a heartbeat. Eating my mom, eating Joel. Oh, I don't know if I could eat Joel or my mom.
I think I could eat my boyfriend Nicholas because he said I could.
Because you guys worked it out ahead
Yeah, we
of
worked
time.
it out ahead of time.
See, that's where it's at. I just
Yeah.
need to ask my mom.
Yeah.
Listen, if we ever get abandoned
Yeah.
or
If you
ever...
have their approval beforehand, it's easier.
Okay, yeah,
It
you
just
can,
makes the whole situation. The barbecue gets way less.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I think in that situation
Yeah.
though, you're like, "Oh yeah, we agreed that you could eat me."
Yeah.
But in that like moment, in that state of mind, you're like,
Yeah.
"You back the fuck away
That's
from me."
true. That's very
He's
true.
Like, don't
Bitch,
touch me.
You can't eat
Like
me.
you're not in
Yeah.
a relationship. You're not. That's
And then
not your
he's gonna
mom. You're like,
bludgeon
you're
you.
the moment
Right.
you're like, because you probably haven't eaten or you're all fucked up right now.
Right.
You're like, I don't give a shit. Get
Who they
back.
are.
You're right. Mhm.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
been waiting for this moment. I have this campfire already set.
No, I don't know.
You
that's
keep
so
Flint
hard.
Tinder with you at all times, just in case.
I'm always on Tinder just in case. Yeah.
No, Flint and Tinder, so you can start a fire.
Oh, I think I
and
meant
not...
on Tinder. Like, hey, my name is Caitlin Wise.
I'm looking
Swipe
for-
right.
You're
wait,
stuck in the
wait,
Andes
wait.
trying to get reception to get your Tinder going, swiping left and right. Like, shit, no.
I'm in the Andes. Come find me. I'm down for whatever.
Your
just
location
come.
says Andes, and everyone's like, what the fuck? You're like,
Broken up for 3 hours.
Yeah.
I'm still full.
My tag is like, just say my boyfriend, but I'm ready for more.
right. Ready for more.
Oh, poor Nicholas. This has been a fun conversation.
No, but so 16 survived and were rescued.
Right.
And do they continue with their rugby like career?
You know, I don't
I
think
like
they
to
did.
think
Well,
that
the
they're
thing is,
out at that point.
the thing is, the 16 aren't all rugby players. It could
Oh.
be the rugby player's mom,
Plus
Right.
mom,
and then
Okay.
the
little
rugby
sister.
the rugby player, but his grandma is there. You know, it.
I see. So it's not all just rugby players. It's also because your family were on board.
I want to
so.
know how many grandmas actually survived.
You know, I
Probably
don't know
zero.
that.
I don't know
Michelle.
about that.
Yeah, I think I do know that, and
Do
the
you?
answer's 0.
Yeah,
don't
if
think
you
very
watch the
many
movie,
grandmas.
you might know.
I
'cause
will
they
watch
probably
the
did all the
movie.
research.
That came out in 1990. I remember when it came out because I was in 8th grade, and
In when?
8th grade.
Yeah,
in
but when did it come
out?
1991, you
know,
motherfucker.
I was a twinkle in my mom's eye in 1991.
I hate everything about you.
Oh.
No, the book came out.
Yeah.
I remember that.
There's
we had
multiple
it in our
books.
8th grade classroom.
Uh-huh.
Alive! Exclamation point.
Oh.
And
But
I
there's-
borrowed it and read it.
But there's multiple books now?
There's multiple books. There's multiple movies.
What are they called? Do you know?
I know the main movie is called Alive.
Alive,
With an
survive,
exclamation point.
alive 20 years later. Stranded, I have come from a plane that crashed on the mountains, like, kind of generic, like.
Okay.
That one would be mine.
Trapped alive in the Andes. I'm alive, surviving the Andes plane crash.
Well, I mean, you have
know,
like
it's
16 people who survived, so I'm sure like
Right.
a lot of them like made stories about their side of the story.
Right. No, but yeah, there's a
That's
whole
perfect.
legacy to this story, so.
Is what?
There's a whole legacy to this
Oh,
story.
right. Okay.
Because this is some shit.
You know what? I actually almost told this story.
Really?
Yeah.
Wiz.
When I ended up telling like the Norway story with Jan
Oh, that's right.
and his something
Yeah.
Jaeger monster.
Mondo.
Yeah.
So anything else to wrap up the story?
No, just watch the movie and you'll know what the fuck I just said.
I
what's-
am
what's-
gonna watch the movie.
What's the movie called again? I'm sorry.
Alive?
Alive!
Is it just alive?
with an exclamation point.
Oh, okay. Live with okay.
Released in 1993.
And but there's several books, but the movie's
Several
called
books.
Alive with an
Alive,
exclamation
and then
point.
some other generic.
Well, and
Okay.
there's a whole bunch of other ones, but
Right.
Alive is the main.
Okay.
The
The
main
first
deal.
one.
Right.
Okay, cool.
I think Alive is the most famous one.
In fact, I thought the whole situation happened in like the early 90s and not the 70s
No.
at all this whole
Oh.
time because
The
it
movie.
became, yeah, it was so popularized back,
Mm.
you know, when I was
Oh.
in.
You know when I said
8th
10
grade.
days?
Uh-huh.
It says October 13th to December 23rd.
No, it was 72 days.
Yeah.
They were fucking out there.
I was
Yeah.
thinking, sorry, I was reading December or October and October. October 13th to October 23rd. My bad.
You're like, they're fine. What the fuck were they even?
Yeah, they're fine
complaining
for
about?
10 days.
Yeah.
Oh,
No.
seven months later, they're
72 days is how long
That's
they
a
were
long
out there.
time.
72
72 days.
It's
yeah.
almost 3 months.
Well, that was a good story, Mondo.
Thanks.
That's awesome.
It was pretty gross. FYI.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was.
cannibalism is some shit.
That is some shit.
Fuck you. I did that all on purpose.
Well, thank you so much for being a guest.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Are
and
you
we,
ever gonna come back?
Probably.
Or you're like,
I'll be more
I'm
prepared next time. I know
done
that.
with this shit for. No, it takes me like a whole day to get prepared because I write down the whole story because I'm so paranoid that I'm gonna fuck up some details and be like, well, I was human trafficked for nothing because you fucked up your whole story.
No, it was very good, Mondo. And we appreciate the
Thanks.
drink suggestion as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you coming on is very delicious.
I drink the shit out of these screwdrivers.
They're easy.
Yeah.
They're dangerous.
They are dangerous, for sure. I love orange juice, so
Well, and it's like we couldn't even taste the vodka, but we killed a whole bottle of it.
we did kill a whole
Right.
bottle. There's no more left.
There's no more.
So we'll definitely have you back, Mondo. Thank you for the interesting
It's
story.
gonna end up being
Yay.
next week.
Thank you, everyone, for listening to the I Should Totally Be Dead Right Now podcast. And thank you, Mondo, for coming on as our guest and suggesting this delicious drink of a screwdriver
Makes
and
me
your story.
vaguely violent, as is
A
your
little
story.
I
I want to kill Caitlin.
a little bit. If you'd like to follow us, we're on Facebook and Instagram. If you have a survival story of yourself, please send it to ishouldtotallybedeadrightnow@gmail.com and we'll read it on the podcast. Otherwise, thank you so much for listening and we hope you enjoyed it.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Thank you.
I hate everyone. Bye.
Bye.